Welcome everyone, and we have the second round here for our Crossout tournament tonight, hosted by me. My name is Welly, and this is somewhat of a interesting development we have ahead of us for this show this evening tonight for us all. Not very common to get a bit of a commentary behind the action here upon the wasteland. Here we are on board with Manipulator, hosting a trio of imps with that cockpit cab. Very good to see. I'm excited almost. With those boosters, we'll end up doing increased damage when he's driving super fast. Okay, essentially that is what's going to happen with Manipulator as we ride with him over the crest of this hill. You wonderful being. This thing should hopefully be putting out enough damage to get him in the lead with our 4 players this evening here, who D-Fresh has been lucky enough to get with the first 2 kills. D-Fresh bows out there. He gets 1 kill to his name. Manipulator picking up 2 for himself with the speed here of that cockpit cab, enabling him to jet away if he feels like it, instead choosing to engage with Video Dead, who will just chew him up slowly and digest him over many years to come. Here he goes. Manipulator is not going down without a fight. Video Dead does eventually roll through him and gets a kill for himself. Manipulator still in the lead with his 2 kills, everybody. So Video Dead a little bit bashed, a little bit bruised from that previous engagement, is taking more damage from News, who was on with the round before us, guys, in that stealthy black vehicle of his, the Beholder, with the shotguns, putting damage onto D-Fresh 12 at the moment. Language is going mad out there in the lobby, guys. We got it. We know how you feel. Don't worry about it. News doing well to hold himself together there, puts himself in a nice position not to be destroyed by the detonation of that vehicle, managing also to negate most of the damage coming his way, relying in his vehicle to absorb what is on its way to him, and actually putting damage onto Manipulator there. News is making himself look really good. So long as his weapon systems can remain intact, he should be doing really well. He's playing to his own advantage here, and the way the vehicle is built, it's short, it's mobile, it's got those wee wheels on there to maintain speed or power you would have from the cab, to keep it nimble, to keep it light. And I think that seems to be the winning combo in this game, at the least, with those twin breakers that are sparking. You see that they are sparking on the back of News, which means they are susceptible to damage. If anyone does get around onto these things, they will be susceptible, and you will have no way to put damage out. Anyway, News is on the back pedal here, putting in damage, gets an extra kill for himself, and Video Dead is seemingly back from the grave to come back and eat his brains, and indeed earns himself a kill. News still in the lead with 3 yes, to his name. Manipulator is our second man, tied second position for our players here, and my goddamn, my front door just went off. I don't even know what's going on. I think I don't, what do I need to do with that? Someone's at my door, yo. News is at, hang on. What the fuck? Okay, it's fine. We're fine. We're back in charge here. Video Dead here, with most of his hit points intact. That photon cab there will do excessive damage to a vehicle with red hot glowing parts. I also like the taxi symbol on the backside of his ride there. Is somewhat away from the action here. We're going to get amongst it real soon. Video Dead is very sneaky, like some of the other cars within this matchup, with the camouflage, allows him to get super duper close in this build as well. Which will allow him to do max damage to anyone that gets around his area. Does decide to blow himself out. Does deal maximum damage to D-Fresh 12 there, who's forced to blow up alongside him, just giving more kills to Manipulator here, who is just around long enough to get the last hits on the opponents, which is what matters. That is what gets you the points. As someone dies, you need to make the last hit. That's how you accredit yourself with a kill, boys. It's like you know, you can't compare it so much to LoL with the creep mining, you can't compare it to that, but you know what I'm talking about here when I'm regarding when it is a sense of skill. We need to make sure that we get our hits in. Video Dead here, taking a lot of damage. Nose just on the back pedal here, is going to be pressed up against the wall. Also, no bueno for him. Actually, it gets pushed up onto the shelf. Did that happen? Was the game... I'm not sure if that's a thing now. Did we just see that? Did Nose just have to drive off that thing? That was interesting. Manipulator tied first with News. D-Fresh again forced to dismantle himself for the greater good. News just in the lead there with 6. Manipulator. D-Fresh. Video Dead with 2 to his name is perhaps the dark horse of our game this evening. He could do well with his build. If he puts it in the right place at the right time, he could sweep up a few kills for his name, and that is all he would need to earn the winner this evening. Does get a good engage on Manipulator, sets his cab on fire, but is taking damage himself. Video Dead will earn it for himself. Will he? There it goes. And like I said, guys, he is not down and out yet. Our dark horse for this evening, and also an incredible paint job. I gotta say, we're gonna ride with Video a little bit longer as he has his spider senses. They are tingling, and there we go. He gets one in almost into his danger zone, and they're forced to encircle each other here. Gets caught up on D-Fresh and is going to be in a really bad position for this. He will not get the kill, unfortunately, with the additional damage applied to the cap there. Even as he is going to explode, it wasn't enough. Video Dead absorbs a lot of damage there, and it will take the best out of him as his midsection of the vehicle does fall into tiny little pieces, and he bows out. Unfortunately, Video Dead, don't be afraid. Keep trying, sir. You can do this. D-Fresh 12 is in the mid position, is in second position with 6 kills to his name. Looks like a little bit more of an athletic build compared to our last one. You can see it's a little bit slimmer. He's got more of what's you would know as the business end on the front side of this thing. Gets caught up on a cap can. You don't see that too often, I suppose, do you? We good, Liz. Okay, cool. D-Fresh loses his lances and is going for the ultimate destruction method. Might be able to earn a kill for himself. Not quite lucky enough there. News is our first place position here with 10 kills. 10 kills, getting it in for the win. Well played. Exchange your GGs now, if you please, peeps. I think what we're learning tonight, producer Liz. Oh my, no. No. Oh. Hang on. Let me just sign it off. Well done, everybody, for being on. We're going to be entering round 3 after we calculate our. After round 3, we're going to calculate our scores. Lady, you can order whatever you like.